For over 1,000 years, the British monarchy has stood as one of the most enduring institutions in human history. From war-torn conquest to global empire, from scandal to modernization, the crown has both symbolized and shaped Britain's story. This is the entire history of the British monarchy, a legacy of kings, queens, and a nation in constant evolution. Anglo-Saxon England, circa 827 to 1066. The origins of the British monarchy trace back to the Anglo-Saxon period. In 827 AD, Egbert of Wessex became the first king to establish dominion over a unified England. While various kings ruled different regions like Mercia and Northumbria, it was Wessex that eventually dominated. Alfred the Great, who ruled from 871 to 899, was pivotal. He defended England from Viking invasions, reformed the military, and promoted literacy. His successors expanded his work, gradually unifying England. But peace was short-lived. By the early 11th century, the Danish king Knut the Great ruled England, Denmark, and Norway in a North Sea empire. The Norman conquest and Plantagenet rule, 1066 to 1485. In 1066, William, Duke of Normandy, invaded England and defeated King Harold II at the Battle of Hastings, marking the Norman conquest. William the Conqueror became King William I of England. The Normans introduced the feudal system and transformed English culture, law, and language. Over the next few centuries, the Plantagenet dynasty would rule, starting with Henry II in 1154. Key events include the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 under King John, limiting royal power. The Hundred Years' War with France, 1337 to 1453. The Black Death, which devastated England during Edward III's reign. Civil strife followed, with the Wars of the Roses between the houses of Lancaster and York. The Plantagenet dynasty ended with Richard III, killed at the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485. The Tudors' glory, turmoil, and Reformation, 1485-1603. The Tudor dynasty began with Henry VII, who restored stability. His son, Henry VIII, would redefine England forever. Known for his 6 marriages and break from the Catholic Church, Henry created the Church of England. His daughter, Elizabeth I, presided over the Elizabethan Golden Age, defeating the Spanish Armada in 1588 and promoting the arts, exploration, and national pride. She died childless, ending the Tudor line, the Stuarts and Civil War, 1603-1714. The throne passed to James VI of Scotland, uniting the crowns of England and Scotland. As James I of England, he authorized the King James Bible but struggled with Parliament. His son, Charles I, fared worse. His authoritarian rule led to the English Civil War, pitting royalists against parliamentarians. In 1649, Charles was executed, a stunning first in English history. England briefly became a republic under Oliver Cromwell, but the monarchy was restored in 1660 under Charles II. His brother James II was later deposed in the Glorious Revolution of 1688 for his Catholic sympathies. William III and Mary II ruled jointly, accepting a constitutional monarchy through the Bill of Rights, 1689, cementing Parliament's supremacy over the crown. The Hanoverians and British Empire, 1714-1901. With Queen Anne's death, the Protestant Hanoverian line began with George the Thunders, a German-speaking king who relied heavily on ministers. The role of prime minister emerged, most notably Robert Walpole. Under the Hanoverians, Britain became a global power. Key developments: the American Revolution during George III's reign, the Napoleonic Wars with the victory at Waterloo in 1815, the Industrial Revolution, transforming British society and economy. The 19th century was dominated by Queen Victoria, 1837 to 1901. Her 63-year reign, the Victorian era, saw immense empire expansion, social reform, and industrial growth. The British monarch was now an imperial figurehead, presiding over 1/4 of the world's population. The Windsors and modern monarchy, 1910 present. The House of Windsor began in 1917, when King George V changed the family name from the German Saxe-Coburg and Gotha amid World War I tensions. His son, Edward VIII, famously abdicated in 1936 to marry Wallis Simpson, a divorcee, causing a constitutional crisis. His brother George VI led Britain through World War II with calm resolve. In 1952, Queen Elizabeth II ascended the throne. Her reign was marked by decolonization, the rise of the Commonwealth, and modernization. She became Britain's longest-reigning monarch before her passing in 2022. Her son King Charles III succeeded her, becoming the first new British monarch in over 70 years. The role of the modern monarch. Today, the British monarch is constitutional, with no legislative power but significant symbolic influence. The monarch opens Parliament, meets weekly with the Prime Minister, and represents the UK on the world stage. The royal family also serves as a focus of national identity, charity work, and tourism. Though modern scrutiny, media attention, and calls for republicanism have reshaped the monarchy's image. The British monarchy has journeyed from absolute power to symbolic figurehead, through bloodshed, betrayal, and renewal. It has endured civil war, religious revolution, world wars, and massive social change. Whether revered or questioned, the monarchy remains a core part of British identity, a living thread connecting the present to centuries of history. And as history continues to unfold, the crown still stands, an ancient institution, ever adapting in a modern world.